Hi, my friends, it's Alyssa. I am here with another reading for you today. I hope everybody has been doing well. Today, we're going to be looking at what the next 6 months or so have in store in terms of love and relationships. This is going to be for singles. I will be doing another version of this reading probably next week that's going to be geared towards couples or people in relationships. But for today, we have 3 decks to choose from. Deck number 1 is the Kawaii Tarot. Deck number 2 is the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And deck number 3 is the Wild Unknown Tarot. So I'll give you guys a minute to make your choices. As usual, the timestamps will be in the description. Also, if you're interested in a private reading from me, the link to my Etsy store will be down there as well. If you are interested in a private reading, just be aware that my turnaround time right now is approximately 2 weeks, 10 to 14 days or so, just because I have a lot going on right now and you guys always keep me busy when it comes to readings, but I appreciate it. So take a moment, pause the video if you need to. We are gonna get started with group number 1. All right, so if you chose group number 1 with the Kawaii Tarot, let's find out what the next 6 months have in store in the realm of love and relationships. So before I start pulling cards from this deck, I want to pull a card for you guys from the Lover's Oracle deck and just see, okay. All right, so your card says, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Okay. So that's kind of setting the tone for our reading today, group 1. Let's see what else is in store for you in love. Okay, so first of all, we've got the Magician coming out here. The Magician is very much about like manifestation and making our dreams reality. It talks a lot about having the power, the determination, and also the resources to make real our goals, our ambitions. We also have the Moon. The Moon talks about like confusions, illusion. Sometimes it can represent like just feeling kind of lost in the dark. There is often a sense of uncertainty with the Moon card. And we have the Tower. Interesting. The Tower is some kind of sudden crisis or upheaval, some significant change that is unexpected, or the Tower can also represent like something just really not going the way you anticipated, things kind of falling apart around you. So with these cards that have come out so far, I get the impression, group 1, that many of you have been making putting a lot of effort into trying to manifest a relationship or trying to manifest your ideal partner into your life. However, it definitely seems like things so far have not gone according to plan. Maybe there was a particular person that you had in mind that you were trying to establish a relationship with, but it hasn't worked out for whatever reason. It seems like there's been a lot of disappointment or just a lot of uncertainty as far as this stuff goes for you guys. So let's see what other cards come out. We have Justice. So Justice is, you know, this card of course relates to justice, fairness, the idea that every action we take has a relative consequence. Also, this card can be associated with like karma. You've got all majors here so far, which is interesting. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles now. The Queen of Pentacles. stability, security, abundance, prosperity. The Queen of Pentacles is a very loving, nurturing, maternal kind of figure. Let's get a couple more cards. The Hanged Man, stagnation, very passive energy, waiting for something to happen, or sometimes this card can represent a sacrifice, or even just like having to... Sometimes the Hanged Man can be a message that you need to look at something from a different perspective. And let me get one or two more here. Okay. All right, we have the Sun and Judgment. You guys have a lot of majors. Almost all of your cards, group 1, are majors, which is significant because the major arcana, these cards tend to be more indicative of like the really significant events or overarching themes in our lives. The minors, such as the Queen of Pentacles, these cards tend to be more about like the more mundane day-to-day energies or, you know, happenings that go on around us. But the majors, these are, you know, significant energies. These are like the big themes, the big, you know, Judgment is a little bit similar to the Tower in the sense that it can also represent a really significant change or transformation, or it can also talk about like an awakening, a revelation of some kind. And then the Sun, this is a very positive card. The Sun is about like happiness and contentment and joy and also wish fulfillment. It can also represent illumination, like something being made clear to you. And I also want to get a card for you guys from the Whispers of Love Oracle, and then we will talk about these cards more in depth. What is coming for group 1 in the realm of love and relationships? Let's see. Okay, so we've got 2 cards here. We have Practice Compassion, see things from a fresh perspective. Perspective kind of tying in with that Hanged Man energy. And we have Appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. Interesting, guys. I'll put that one over here. So, yeah, like I was saying a few minutes ago, it seems to me like a lot of you have put a lot of effort into trying to manifest a relationship here in the recent past. And it just seems as if things have not gone according to plan. Maybe you, like I mentioned earlier, maybe you've had a specific person in mind that you were trying to establish a relationship with. But for whatever reason, things fell through or things just did not go the way you anticipated. And it seems to me like group 1, there's a real need to change your perspective on the whole relationship thing. It feels like you guys need to maybe get out of your comfort zone a little bit, or detach from any... It seems like you guys need to release any expectations that you have, or some of you maybe have an attachment to a specific individual or to, you know, a certain idea of like what your future partner should be like or what your relationship should look like. It just seems like there's something you need to let go of. There's some attachment that needs to be released, because whatever it is, it's blocking you from actually manifesting this, you know, the thing that you really want. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is kind of representing you guys here. You're trying to create, you know, abundance, and you're trying to create like this solid, stable, loving, compassionate relationship. And this is regardless of like your actual gender. But it just feels like you guys have been putting your time and energy into like the wrong thing. And that, for some of you, that might sound a little bit harsh, or that might be kind of disappointing to hear, because I really get the impression that some of you who chose this group really truly have like a particular person that you have been trying to make something happen with. But if that's the case, unfortunately, I just really don't feel like that is where you really should be looking right now. It seems as though you are really being asked to like totally reevaluate your approach to relationships right now, or to just how do I want to say this? Going along with that need for a fresh perspective, we have the Hanged Man here talking about that. We also have this card, Practice Compassion, talking about that. It feels like some of you have been trying to pursue somebody who just has not been available to you, and they haven't made the effort. They haven't reciprocated to the same, to the degree that you have been making the effort. And it seems like it's really been wearing on you, and it seems like some of you, this is a situation that has been occupying, a lot of your thoughts and your energy here lately. But it feels like, and as a result of that, it seems like you have been maybe really agonizing over the situation, maybe experiencing a lot of anxiety or a lot of stress or just uncertainty about the future, what's going to happen. But it seems like whatever it is that's been going on, whoever you've been dealing with here recently, it really, I just really get the sense that it's something you need to release. It's something you need to move forward from, because whatever this is, whoever this is, it feels like they're holding you back, or like your attachment to that person or that expectation, whatever, is holding you back, and it's blocking you from actually finding what you are really looking for. Whoever it is that you have been trying to invest in, or whatever the situation is that you have been trying to make work, it just seems like it's not it's not something that's meant to pan out, at least not at this point in your life. This is, a general reading, obviously, so take it kind of how it applies to you. And there's a lot of different ways that this could be, playing out for you specifically. But yeah, I just feel like whatever this is, or whoever this is, it's really gotten you down. And for some of you, it's become almost like, maybe obsession's not quite the right word, but it's become like something you've really been fixated on, and you've just been really focused on it, and it's just been sucking up so much of your energy, and it's not been good for you. I'm gonna grab a couple more of these cards, because I feel like there's something else here that I'm not quite putting my finger on. We have the Fool. Yeah. So the Fool is about new beginnings. It's about taking risks, embracing the unknown. And I feel like that is something that you, group one, really need to do at this point. It feels like whatever you have been holding on to, or whatever you've been trying to make work that just hasn't been working, it's time to release that thing or that individual, and time to kind of get out of your comfort zone and embrace something new, embrace change, embrace the unknown. because there is happiness out there for you. Like, there is somebody out there who's going to love you and give you exactly what you need and exactly what you're looking for. There is someone out there who is going to, you know, there's not going to be any uncertainty with this person. There's not going to be mixed signals. There's not going to be any in and out, back and forth behaviors. But in order to achieve that, in order to welcome that in, you've got to create space for it. And I realize that for some of you, detaching from the current situation or the current person might seem kind of scary or intimidating because, simply because it's familiar to you. It has become familiar to you. And even in situations that are not the best for us, even in situations that we know are not working, sometimes it's easy to just stay there because it is familiar. Familiarity, brings us comfort, even if it is not the best situation or not the best relationship or whatever the case may be. But it seems like letting go of that comfort and familiarity and embracing change, taking a risk, embracing the unknown is what you really need to kind of break you out of this cycle that you've been stuck in. And actually, I want to pull for you guys a card from the Rebel Oracle deck, just as like a little bit of extra advice for you, group one. So give me just a second here. What does group one need to know about the future of their love life? Okay. Face reality or live in fucking la la land. Choose bravely. On the other side, it says believe what you see. Yeah, this is kind of, okay. So yeah, this ties in with what I was talking about. Like, whatever it is that you have been so invested in that just hasn't been working out the way you want. Like, when people show you who they really are, you have to believe them. It's like that saying. And if something is just consistently not working, if somebody is consistently letting you down, you have to accept that that's just the way that it is. That's the way that they are. That's the way that the situation is. And, sometimes there's just not anything that we can do about it, especially if we're dealing with a person who isn't reciprocating or who isn't giving us what we want or need from them. Like, you can't make somebody treat you right. You can't make somebody put back, give to you the same energy that you're giving to them. You can try, but most of the time it doesn't work. Like, they have to want it for themselves. They have to want to treat you right. They have to want to, be a better person or a better partner or whatever. So, that's the reality of the situation, unfortunately. Group one, I think for many of you, you can continue like going around in circles. You can continue spinning your wheels, trying to get somewhere with this and perpetually being disappointed. Or you can say, you know what, this isn't working. I'm moving on. That's the choice that you have to make right now. And I do feel like if you, and I mean, the choice seems very clear. It seems like your best course of action is going to be letting go and moving on with your life. And if you do that, then, this like sun energy, the Fool, this new beginning, this wish fulfillment, this love, this acceptance and stability that you've been craving, like, that is in store for you. But you've got to make that decision to let go of the past and welcome in this new fresh energy, this new person, this new connection into your life. Because I do feel that many of you have a new person or a new connection that is going to be coming towards you, but you just have to be willing to like create space for it in your life. Okay. So group one, that's what I'm seeing as far as what's coming up for you in the next 6 months or so. And I realized that a lot of this was a little bit less like prediction and more, advice for you guys, but hopefully this resonated with you. Hopefully this gives you some insight into things. And also I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I think that's going to do it for you all. And I hope that I see you next time, group one. Bye. Okay, if you chose group 2, the Tarot of Sexual Magic, let's find out what the next 6 months have in store for you in love. So before I pull cards from this deck, I want to get you guys a card from the Lover's Oracle and see what the tone of this reading is going to be. Okay, we've got 2 cards popping out here. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. And if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Okay. I will put those, let's see, put that there. Ooh. All right. So, group 2, let's find out what the next 6 months have in store for you. The soulmate card immediately is definitely a good sign. Okay, so we have the stars. This is hope for the future. This is optimism. This is also healing, renewal, restoration, wish fulfillment as well. Definitely good energy here so far, group 2. What is coming for group 2 in love and relationships? 4 of Cups. So the 4 of Cups a lot of times indicates like some degree of disappointment or apathy or boredom. It's just a very like blah kind of energy. Ooh, okay. We've got Justice here. Justice relates to, the concepts of justice and fairness, and also it can relate to karma, the idea that every choice we make, every action we take has a relative consequence. Also, sometimes the Justice card can be associated with like marriage or divorce, like legal proceedings. We've got the Empress here. The Empress is associated with the divine feminine. The Empress is creativity and the making of, something new. She also is a very loving, like maternal kind of figure. She indicates to me like unconditional love, very deep emotional energy with the Empress. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, my gosh. Okay, we've got the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a very like magical, spiritual kind of figure. She is associated with wisdom and insight and clarity, discovery. We also have here the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is another very motherly kind of figure like the Empress. She talks about love and compassion and empathy and Also, she is grounded, stable earth energy. So there's also like stability and safety with this card, abundance. We've also got the Six of Swords, which talks about forward movement. It can represent conflict resolution, moving away from problems into a calmer state of being. Whoa. That is a few too many cards. Oh gosh. Let me get one more here. It's coming for group 2. One card, please. All right. And we have the Hierophant. More earth energy, more stability, more security. The Hierophant also can represent marriage, kind of like justice. The Hierophant is really indicative of like something, some kind of tradition or convention. Sometimes he can represent like religion or educational institutions, or just sometimes even just like a husband or father kind of figure, a teacher, a mentor, that sort of thing. Okay, so there's that. Let me also grab a card from the Lovers, from the Whispers of Love Oracle, and then we will dig into this. What is coming for group 2? All right. And we have Appreciate This Moment. Interesting. Group 1 got this card as well. It says, every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. Okay. So, group 2. First of all, with the soulmate card being here, the Star, Justice, the Hierophant, the Empress, there's a lot of really good energy coming through here. There's a lot, there's a lot that implies to me that the next 6 months or so is gonna be a really significant period for you as far as your love life goes, because it seems like you are going to be meeting somebody very important if you have not already met them. Some of you, I feel like maybe you already know who this is, but maybe you are going to be establishing a more substantial relationship with this person over the next several months. For some of you, you maybe haven't met this person yet, but they're going to be coming to you, because there is something here about like something being revealed. I feel like a lot of you, group 2, have maybe gotten to a point where you've become a little bit disillusioned with relationships. Some of you, it seems like, have been single for some time, and you've gotten to this point where, you're used to being on your own, and you're fairly content on your own. Some people really, some people eventually get to this stage where they're just, they're thriving on their own, and they're like, they kind of lose interest in relationships, because a lot of times there's just so much drama or uncertainty or whatever when it comes to dating, and a lot of people just don't really want to invite that sort of energy into their lives, and that's totally understandable. Dating is hard. Meeting people is hard. Getting to know somebody and figuring out if this is somebody that's going to be compatible with you long term is hard. It's a real task. So yeah, I feel like that's kind of where a lot of you guys have been. Maybe just kind of, I don't want to say passively searching, but just kind of maybe casually looking, keeping your eyes open for good, potential or possible love interests. But yeah, I feel like many of you, group 2, are just kind of in this position where you're content, you're fairly happy on your own, and it seems like some of you are maybe feeling a little bit intimidated by the idea of like opening up to somebody again, or letting someone in, or just, being vulnerable with another person again. Because, when you become attached to somebody emotionally, when you let somebody into your life in that way, then in a way you give that person power over you, right? Because that person suddenly has the ability to like control our emotions to an extent. You have to be able to trust that you're giving that kind of power to somebody that is not going to abuse it, right? That's going to be mindful of your feelings and treat you well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it just seems like some of you maybe have become a little bit intimidated or a little bit unsure about the idea of like really letting somebody in again. But I think deep down, a lot of you, group 2, you're really longing for a meaningful connection, and you're really longing for this soulmate type relationship to come in for you. And they're saying it's okay to open up. It's okay to embrace your feelings. For some of you, it seems like there may be somebody in your life right now that you are, very interested in, and that you're maybe thinking about taking things further with, or thinking about getting to know better, or whatever. Others of you maybe don't have anybody right now that meets that criteria, but in the next several months you may be meeting somebody that you will become interested in. And at that point you will find yourself in this kind of conundrum where you're like, I like this person, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I've been feeling good. I'm satisfied with the way that my life is right now. Do I want to invite this in? Can I trust this person? Like, will it be worth it? Can I trust that this person is not going to disturb my peace? The peace that I've created for myself, the serenity that I live in. Because when we let somebody into our lives, like intimately, they definitely have the power to disturb our peace if we allow them to, if they are inclined to do so. And so, of course, that can be kind of scary, right? But I feel like group 2, I feel like you don't really truly have anything to be afraid of. I feel like for most of you, this person that you either already know or that will be coming in will, for the most part, be somebody that you can trust. I feel like this will be somebody that is really going to match your energy, and that's important, right? This is going to be somebody who's going to give you stability, who's going to give you a sense of security, who's going to reciprocate, the energy and attention that you invest towards them. And you don't have to move quickly. You can take it slow. You can take your time getting to know this person, deepening your relationship with this person, and just appreciate, the connection for what it is every step of the way. And that's kind of what this card over here is talking about as well. It's like, following your heart, as cliche as that may sound. Yeah, they're talking about, I want to grab a couple more cards here, actually. Yeah, the Knight of Cups. Um, so the Knight of Cups typically indicates some forward movement in a relationship, or it can represent the like expression of emotions, people opening up or communicating about their feelings. It can also represent a love offer coming in. So yeah, this is what's in store for you in the next several months. You definitely seem to have a love offer coming towards you, somebody who is interested in you. You're going to be interested in them, and like the feelings will be mutual, but I just am sensing a little bit of hesitation on your part. um but I think it's like I said, I think it's gonna be okay. I think you can trust this person. I feel like this is ultimately gonna be a situation where, this is somebody who, oh gosh, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. This is somebody that you're going to be able to like really build something with, because the Seven of Pentacles talks about investments, long-term investments. Sometimes it can represent having to wait to like reap the rewards of your hard work. So there is like this energy of like patience, or a need for patience or waiting with the Seven of Pentacles. But to me, it also just talks about like progress being made, slow but steady progress. So yeah, it seems like you have somebody coming towards you that you're really going to be able to build something with, that's going to be substantial. It may take time to get there. It may be a little bit of a slow process for some of you, but I feel like the foundation is going to be really solid and stable. And I feel like you guys are really going to be able to build something amazing with this person. Okay. This will be a connection that's in some ways going to be unlike anything you've experienced before. Any conflicts, any problems, any sources of tension in your past relationships are not going to be issues in this one. I feel like you and this person will have the ability to communicate with each other effectively, to really understand each other, and like to be able to solve problems when they arise. And I'm also getting the two of you may, well, more than likely, the two of you are going to have a lot of things in common, especially like your values, morals, what things are important to you, what your priorities are, and also like specifically, I'm getting like religious or spiritual similarities. So maybe you have the same religious or spiritual beliefs as one another, and sorry, I'm like trying to figure out how I want to say this. I feel like this person is, I feel like this is gonna be a relationship where you will thrive. Like you've been thriving on your own, but once you like link up with this individual, and things really start to progress between the two of you, I feel like you're going to come even more into your own, like who you truly are, if that makes sense. It just seems like this is somebody that is going to really bring out the best in you, and vice versa. And like all of these, like the Empress, the High Priestess, the Queen of Pentacles, regardless of your gender, because this is just energy, but it feels like these cards are kind of representing like you, like what you have the potential to grow into and to become, like this very powerful, very sensual and loving, and just it's just a really beautiful energy, group two. You have a lot to look forward to as far as relationships go. This is a really beautiful connection that's coming your way. I think group 2, you just have to be willing to let it in. I feel like that's really kind of what this boils down to. I want to pull for you guys a card from the Rebel Oracle deck just as a little bit of advice for you. I pulled one of these for group 1 as well. So I just want to see what they want to say about this. Just coming for group 2. This is going to be a connection that I think is going to really satisfy like everything you're looking for, it feels like. Because with the star being here, you know, that really connection to like wish fulfillment. Yeah, I feel like this relationship is going to check all your boxes. This person is going to check all your boxes as far as what your ideal partner looks like and what qualities they have and all of that. Okay, do we have any advice for group 2? All right. Okay, we have detox. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole and throw some shit out. Yeah, some of you, like I've said already, some of you I feel like maybe do have a little bit of apprehension or some hang-ups about just, you know, jumping back into relationships or dating, and that's okay. Some of you, you know, kind of tying in with that, may have some things that you still need to kind of heal from or work through, like within yourselves, pertaining to a previous relationship or your past relationships. So just, you know, to really like maximize the potential for success for this new connection that's going to be coming about, I think you're being advised to, you know, just take some time to like really consciously think about or meditate on, you know, what is there that I still could heal from, or what is there that I still maybe need to work through a little bit that could, you know, create problems in a future relationship, that kind of thing. Okay, that's what this card is talking to me about. That's really the gist of the advice that you have. And just, you know, don't be scared. Don't be afraid to open up. Don't be afraid to let somebody in, because when you find the right person, it's going to feel unlike anything you've experienced before. So, you know, it's okay to trust your gut. It's okay to really embrace this connection and just throw yourself into it, because it seems like it's going to go really well for you. Okay, group 2, I think I'm going to leave that there. Those are really all the messages that I'm getting for you guys right now. So I hope this is interesting. I hope that this reading resonated with you all. I really appreciate you guys joining me today, and I hope I see you next time. Bye. And lastly, if you chose group 3 with the Wild Unknown Tarot, let's find out what the next 6 months or so have in store for you in love and relationships. So before I pull any cards from this deck, I want to give you guys a card from the Lover's Oracle. So let's see what is in store for you, group 3. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Interesting. All right. What is coming for group 3 in love and relationships? The Two of Cups. Amazing. This is the card, if there is any card that you really want to see in a reading like this, it's this one, because the Two of Cups talks about unions and partnerships and unconditional love and togetherness. Yes, great energy, group 3. Love that for you. we have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man a lot of times indicates patience or a need to wait for something. It can also sometimes represent sacrifice or even like a change in perspective, or it can be a message that we need to look at something from a new perspective. Okay, 5 of Cups. Sadness, grief, loss. Coming for group 2. Oh, it's too many cards. Okay, 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles really talks to me about like independence and self-sufficiency. It relates to, you know, abundance and success. And a lot of times in the relationship context, the 9 of Pentacles represents like somebody who is single or somebody who's really making it on their own. Okay. Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a new beginning, a new opportunity, an offer being made to you. It can also represent like the expression of emotions, like a message coming through pertaining to somebody's feelings or the development of feelings, new emotions, you know, being stirred up inside you, that kind of thing. Five of Pentacles. Similar to the 5 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles is another kind of sad energy. It's instability and loss. Let me get a couple more cards. 10 of Swords. My gosh, group 3? What's going on? So the 10 of Swords a lot of times represents some kind of painful, difficult ending. It's another very sad, very sad card. It's like grief, it's loss, it's heartache. My goodness. Let me get one more. Okay, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So another new beginning. The Ace of Pentacles can represent an offer coming in, something. A lot of times I see the Ace of Pentacles representing like a seed, something that has the potential to grow into something much more substantial than what it currently is, okay? Also, before I really get into this, I want to pull a card for you from the Whispers of Love Oracle, and then we'll really get started here. What is coming for group 3? Whoa. Okay. Express love through gifts. A small token of love can convey great appreciation. Interesting. All right. So group 3, there's a lot of intense stuff going on here. And I don't know what you guys have been through in your lives in the recent past, but my gosh, it seems like a lot, okay? It seems like a lot of you have experienced some really intense heartache. Maybe past relationships have typically not gone well for you for whatever reason. Maybe you've experienced a lot of loss, bad breakups. For some of you, maybe you even had a partner, pass away or something like that. Just a lot of sadness and a lot of grief I'm feeling. And it seems like, oh gosh. Group 3, it seems like many of you have, or maybe I should say, you were kind of hiding yourselves away. I don't really feel like the majority of you are in that position now. Maybe some of you kind of still are, but I don't know. It seems like a lot of you really got used to just being on your own and, living your life, building your life by yourself, doing your own thing, being independent, being self-sufficient. And those are all wonderful things. But I feel like deep down, you've always, you've longed for a partner in life. And it's not that you need one, it's just that, everybody wants companionship, right? Everybody wants like somebody to be loved. And having a really solid partner in a lot of ways, if the relationship is good the way it's supposed to be, it makes life a little bit easier, right? I feel like many of you have been kind of longing for the comfort and the safety and comfort. That word keeps coming to mind. The comfort of a good, loving relationship. Like you've just been wanting to fall into something safe, something secure, something loving, something where you feel like you can really be yourself and just let go of your anxiety, your stress, the outside world just kind of melts away. You've been wanting to find somebody, to find a relationship that can make you feel like that. And but I feel like maybe as a result of your past experiences, as a result of, the loss you've experienced, you have been a bit hesitant about, getting back out there, meeting new people, or even just opening yourself up to being in a romantic relationship again. The message that's coming through here is a bit similar to the message that we got for group 2. So if that group like called to you to any extent, you may want to also watch that one. This one, of course, is a bit different. There is this really overwhelming sense of loss with this group, and just I don't know, just pain, sadness. You guys, I think, have overcome a lot of really difficult stuff in your lives, especially as like relationships go. And it seems like many of you have been in this very solitary energy, this very withdrawn kind of state of being. You've gotten used to that. You've become accustomed to that. You've become comfortable in that state of being. But you're reaching a point where you are kind of opening yourselves up to the idea of letting somebody in again, or, putting yourself out there again. And like I said, that idea might be a little bit scary. It might be kind of intimidating. For a lot of you, I feel like you maybe already have somebody in your life that has sort of triggered this desire in you to put yourself back out there. Maybe you know someone that you're interested in, that you are attracted to, and maybe like you haven't felt this way about somebody in a long time, and so it's kind of caught you off guard perhaps, or just got you feeling a little bit uncomfortable, like I'm not sure what I should do here. For others of you, you may be meeting somebody that fits this criteria in the next several months, if there's nobody in your life that would be applicable to right now. And you're wondering, or you will be wondering, should I give this a chance? Should I jump into this? The answer, group 3, looks like yes. It looks like you should. Because the Two of Cups here, I mean, this is like a union, like a true loving partnership in store. And then these two aces, the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, you know, something new starting out, something that has the potential to really become substantial, something that has the potential to grow, to become deeper, more significant, more meaningful. A love offer coming your way that maybe doesn't take you by surprise, but that you maybe just are a bit apprehensive about accepting. If you find yourself in a position like that, you're being asked to release your inhibitions and just go for it, okay? Some of you, I feel like, maybe have been on your own for so long that you've kind of forgotten how to be in a relationship with somebody, especially like in the earlier stages of a relationship. Follow that person's lead. I feel like they're saying, you know, just kind of follow their lead. Try to match their energy, because I feel like whoever this is, it's somebody that's really genuinely going to be into you, and they're really genuinely going to want to, you know, make an impression and like get closer to you, get to know you better, prove themselves to you in some way. So just try to kind of match their energy and reciprocate, you know, what they're putting out towards you. Let me grab a couple more cards here. Five of Swords and Knight of Swords. So the Five of Swords can sometimes represent conflict. It can sometimes represent disappointment. We often see this card show up in situations where something has not met your expectations. And the Knight of Swords, this is like clarity and communication and, you know, quick moving energy. And also it talks to us about like determination and focus. So I feel like moving forward in the next several months, group 3, it's very important that, you know, if you have somebody that you are currently interested in, or if you are meeting somebody that you become interested in, it's very important that you are very clear in your communication with that person and very open, I think, and upfront about your feelings. But also you may want to be upfront about, you know, your past experiences, what you've been through, how, you know, just how you are feeling about the whole thing, you know, any uncertainties that you may have, any hesitation that you may be experiencing. And be mindful of like what your expectations are for this new person or this new connection, because this is new. This is going to be a new situation, a new individual that you are getting to know. You can't you know, place expectations upon the situation based on, you know, your past experiences. This person is not anybody that you've been with in the past. This is someone different. So, you know, don't let your prior experiences color your perception of this new individual or this new relationship. Does that make sense? I'm gonna pull for you guys a card from the Rebel Oracle. I pulled one for groups 1 and 2 also. And these cards are just kind of giving us a little bit of extra advice. So let's see. Whoa. Okay, that's several cards. I would just like one, please. What do we have for group 3? Oh my gosh. Okay. Some good shit is about to happen. Don't let your issues fuck it up. This is what I've been talking about, guys. You can't let the past dictate the future, right? Like I was just saying, this is going to be a new person, a new relationship, a new connection. So you can't put expectations on them based on your past relationships. You can't hold something against them that, you know, stems from like a previous partner. You know what I'm saying? Like any issues that you had in your previous relationships, these are not issues that you need to bring forward into this new one. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe, you know, for some of you, like I mentioned earlier, some of you I feel like have actually like lost a partner that was really important to you, and that person, maybe you thought you were going to be with them forever, you know, and now they're gone, and they may have been an excellent partner to you. You may have really, really deeply loved them, but you know, this is somebody new. This is somebody that you're going to establish your own, you know, a totally unique connection with that will be similar but also different to what you experienced in the past. Let go of your inhibitions. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to just throw yourself into something brand new. Because if you do, I feel like it's going to be really beautiful. And as far as timing goes, you know, I said earlier, this is approximately like the next 6 months or so. For a lot of you, I feel like this person could be coming your way in the next like 2 or 3 months if you don't already know them. So definitely be on the lookout. And if you do already know who this is talking about, you know, send them a text or say hi to them next time you see them, and you know, make the effort to like get to know them better. Ask them if they want to hang out. You don't have to put a lot of pressure on the connection. Just, you know, lean into it and let it unfold naturally in its own timing, and I feel like something really beautiful is going to grow out of it. So group 3, yeah, you've been through a lot, but you also have a lot to look forward to if you're willing to let it in. Okay, this is a lovely reading. There's a lot of hope here. Okay, I want to be very clear about that, group 3. There's a lot of hope and a lot of optimism in this spread for you guys. So yeah, like I said, you have a lot to look forward to. Let love in. Embrace it. Okay, so I think that's gonna do it for today. Those are all the messages that I'm getting for you guys right now. I hope this is interesting. I hope that this reading resonated with you. Thank you so much for joining me today, group 3. I hope I see you guys next time. Bye.